많이 싶은 세계로 Kauffie Kauffie company yeah oh yeah it's the Kauffie company whoa it's the Kauffie company whoa Kauffie
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill that is the Kauffie Company. It is a beautiful day today. It is 3rd of March 2025, and it is a very warm 10 degrees centigrade, and it is beautiful and sunny. Blue skies, good weather. It's getting too warm for me to wear my turtleneck. I've only just bought this thing, and I've got to phase it out. But we are bringing on Aki as well. We are being joined because for most people, this show will be unwatchable and they won't understand it. The greatest pay-per-view I have seen in the last 15 to 20 years. I think this is the best pay-per-view WWE have ever made. And I am not saying that as a sort of a hyperbolic statement. Unbelievable pay-per-view. Unbelievable. From start, we're going to go through the entire thing. But Brian, Aki,
yeah,
how are you doing today?
First of all, big up to you, Aki. Big up everyone in the chat. All I can say is I'm fuming. I wasn't able to get a ticket. It was in Toronto. It was in my great city, and I'm fuming that I watched it at home. Obviously, my God, it was just unbelievable, absolutely insane. Without doubt, the greatest pay-per-view in recent history, bar none.
I think, as it says in the title, I think this is the best angle since Hulk Hogan turned heel and joined the NWO. This is
without doubt.
This is the best ever heel turn because no one saw it coming. Not a single person saw it coming. And the people that did see it coming didn't think it would be. People thought he might go tweener just for his final run. He went full dastardly heel. But before we get to it, I've got slides. I've even got Easter eggs, everyone. I've got Easter eggs that we're going to bring up on the stream. But let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. We've got the sheriffs in the house saying afternoon. Let's go, Benji. Cena sucks. He sucks. What a horrible man. What a horrible man. We have Nicola Polito. Ciao, Nicola. Good to see you. Finally, indeed. We got Cookmeister, YouTube member as well. Good to see you. The Colin Crossamano. Good to see you. Very sunny indeed. We have Side Dancer, YouTube member. Afternoon, everyone. Cena needs to worry about his bald spot. He does indeed. Cena does suck indeed. We got Stu Boy. Good to see you. YouTube member. Good to see you. You got my lovely Jessie's in the house. Good to see you. YouTube member. Afternoon, Jessie. Hopefully you're well. Lovely to see you. The number one Agon bar in the world is here. Indeed, the weekend is too short. We have Ian Ferguson. Good to see you, buddy. Only took him 20 years, but that was well worth the wait. Nice heel toe. Hopefully they don't mess it up like Goldberg's. Indeed, we'll get to it. We will get to it. We got Flower Powers in the house saying the smoker is on. Good to... What are you smoking? What are you smoking?
He does this all the time. He's barbecuing. He's got an elite smoker.
Yeah.
You lucky man. I'm very hungry.
Indeed. He's a chocolate bar and not a biscuit. Indeed. Drew La is in the house saying, afternoon. It's as long as you're here, Drew, and here to have a chat, we're going to talk about some... This, for me, is not just a wrestling thing in terms of... This was cinema. They told us all the way what was going to happen, and no one saw it coming. And we're going to bring up because Ryan's going to join us in about 10 minutes, but I'll bring back the slideshow. I'll bring back the slides when he comes on, and
Ryan's coming.
We've got Ryan's coming. Yeah, Ryan's going to jump on during his lunch break to see who this for. Yeah, indeed. Angus is in the house, and I'm shocked they actually made Cena turn.
Flower.
Indeed. I was crying. Yep, indeed. I'll talk about this before we bring the slides in. Everyone's saying hi to Jesse. Everyone's saying Tom81. Good afternoon, Ben. Big up a win shout. WWE is now it's been worth watching for a very long time. And thank you. Triple H has been absolutely unbelievable. He has been unbelievable. Thank God Vince McMahon has gone. Feuds, yep, indeed. But we will talk about this. We can talk about this. You know it's not real. I've actually got a video clip for this, Nick. I've got a video clip.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
You just made the list.
I love that. I love that.
You just made the list. Indeed. He's great. Yeah, we'll talk about this. But when there's not, then I'm here. Good to see it. It was absolute cinema. Absolute genius. Yes, you just made the list, Nick.
Can I just say as
you
well?
You just made the list.
Can I just say, I know we're going to talk about it all, but I feel so sorry for one wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's my second favourite ever wrestler, but he's had his thunder stolen twice now in Randy Keith Orton.
Indeed.
I had a feeling he's going to come back for this one, and he came back in absolutely brilliant fashion.
Yeah.
And last time he did it was War Games, and it was stolen by CM Punk.
Yeah.
And now he's had it stolen by Cena. The whole thing from start to finish was just brilliant.
Even the women's elimination chamber was fantastic as well. I really enjoyed it. We're joined by Ryan. He's there. There he is. Ryan, Aki.
Ryan,
how are you feeling?
Ryan, first of all, you've got a very, very small bus today.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Yes, Randy versus Owens at Mania, indeed. But we're going to talk. Ryan, Daigle's already said it.
Yeah.
Was that the best pay-per-view this century? I think it was. I think that was the best. This century, it had everything. Even the filler TV match with Tiffy and Trish versus
Nia and whatever her name is.
Yeah. Even that match was a great match. It had everything.
Yeah. I just want to maybe throw in WrestleMania 17 as well. WrestleMania 30 as well. I mean, you want to talk about shocks. Obviously, WrestleMania had a lot. But in terms of the modern era and under... I think my internet's gone.
Yeah,
am I good?
Yeah, it's there, but
I'm still there. Okay. You had under the Triple H era, it's definitely probably the best we've had.
Basically, Drooler, you got two terms: face, which is the good guy, and heel is the bad guy. And when you do a heel turn, it's when you go from being a good guy to a bad guy. So that's the easy way of explaining it. But I've got slides.
And John Cena hasn't done it for 25 years.
That's the thing. People of our age, Ryan, have been waiting for this for a long time because we grew up watching Cena as our hero. He was the guy that WWE shoved down our throats. This is everything you want to be as a human being. The good guy, straight cut, works hard, looks after children. All the... Oh, his internet really.
Yeah, your internet is screwed, right?
Yeah, I had a feeling that. Let me just check whether. One sec.
I'm going to bring up these slides, Brian. I'm going to bring up these slides because when they done this, when The Rock was in his feud with the Bloodline feud, and the final boss decided to whoop Cody's candy ass.
Yep.
Look what they showed in the background of what was going to happen. This is cinema. They did this. This has been a long time. And of course, we got this picture 2 weeks ago with the 3 fingers. But that's not the only hand
That was
signs.
at Bad Blood
That was at Bad Blood, right?
in October.
Who does this mean? Because there are 2 other hand signs that they said during this event. The number 2, and now last night, one of the things I didn't notice, look what number CM Punk held up.
We never know.
Number 1. So, it looks like they are forming the new version of the NWO. Who is number 2 and who is number 1? Because I predicted before the pay-per-view that CM Punk was going to be the one to turn.
Yeah. Well, it was
And
Cena, wasn't it? So it's Rock, Cena, Punk.
No, but I think there's a number 2. I think there is someone else. I think there's going to be 4 of them, and there's going to be a number 2. I want people in the chat to say who they think.
Find
the
out.
people saying Rocky sucks as well, the 2 marks, watch your tone. Watch your tone. I know James Flower is in there, being James Flower. He needs to watch his tone as well. He's very close to getting a written or verbal warning from myself. 2 marks. Don't be like Flower. Don't be like Flower.
I've cut out, I think.
Cena has not been
No,
here.
you haven't, right? But you're right. 1 sec. Right. Either turn your camera off like that, or sign out and come back in because your internet is.
Yep, he's
there
gone.
you go.
The Cena did originally start as a heel when he was doing the Doctor of Fuckonomics character, but as this character, he's never been heel. So for him, it's been a very long time, 25 years. That must have been Rocky sucks as well. Easter eggs, so many damn good Easter eggs, so brilliant. Will's being here. WrestleMania is going to be. This is the thing. This WrestleMania was predicted to be a really, really low seller because they were struggling to sell the tickets of this event. That's not going to be the case anymore.
No.
This will be the most wanted tickets. And let's see what people are saying. Roman. No, I don't think Roman will be part of this faction. I would say Solo Sikoa maybe, or Jacob Fatu. But I don't think Roman Reigns.
No, mate, what you got to look at with this is I think The Rock, when it comes to it, it's going to be all old legends that are still active.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be any newbie, so to speak. So it could be Cena. Autumn could be one.
Do you know that, that's what I'm saying. Do you know because what I really should have saved this, but CM Punk said to Cody Rhodes when he was talking with him, one of your old friends is going to backstab you. I think it's going to be Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton's going to backstab him.
Listen,
I'm thinking the new NWO is going to be Rock, Cena, Orton, Punk. I think that's going to be the 4.
That would be some.
That'd be some stable and a half.
Yeah.
My long shot is Austin, but not wrestling aspect. Cena hasn't been heel since 2003. Yep. Good to see you, Queen Ellie. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. Rhodes has every reason to go heel here. He needs the title more than anyone else. It would make sense. Here's the thing. A lot of people hate Cody Rhodes as the champion. They hate him. They think he's boring. They think he's too cookie cutter. If you've turned John Cena, the biggest face in WWE history, to a heel because of Cody Rhodes, that shows how damn good of a face that Cody Rhodes is.
Yeah,
they know he is the guy to take over John Cena's mantle. He's got everything he needs. He's got everything you need to be the face of a company. And it's brilliant. What's your overall thoughts on this, Aki? Because it's a very difficult one. They have blown everything open.
Yeah. Listen, I can't see. I thought Cody was going to turn heel by taking up the offer from The Rock. I thought, there you go, there's his heel turn. But they obviously went against it, and I think what they've done is so much better. So much better than if... I mean, this has set the... Like, literally, I've seen videos of, like, wrestling YouTubers reacting, public reacting, tweets react. Mate, wrestling is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because since Triple H has taken over, because of what they're doing, because they've got rid of the PG era, because everything's going. But with Cody Rhodes at the moment, I don't see how you can turn him heel. I just don't see it. What I will say is I don't know
one way you can turn him heel. The only way you can turn him heel is if they do what they've done. It depends how. The only way you can turn him heel is by recruiting people from Japan that were part of the Bullet Club when Cody was in the Bullet Club. That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, you see, when you mention all this stuff, I only follow WWE. So all these other statement means... all those storylines that could come in, I know nothing about. But one thing, Cody constantly being in his suit and hardly wrestling is something they've got to drastically change, which is getting on my tits. But he does have, as Ryan Isaacs, when he comes back, or if he comes back, we'll know. I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with Cody's theme tune. Cody's and Randy's are the best theme tunes ever in wrestling ever for me. But just getting back to the pay-per-view, it was just absolutely exceptional. And do you know what? It started from the very, very first moment with Jay Cargill.
Yeah.
That
was another brilliant angle. No one saw that coming.
I still think it's Bianca. I still think there's going to be a big, big shift, and it's actually going to be Bianca that's done it, not Naomi.
Let's go into that because I really enjoyed the women's elimination track. I think Alexa Bliss was brilliant. I think she showed, after being out for so long with giving birth, she had skin cancer, I believe. For a lot of it, she's been very unwell. For her to come back in a proper match, she was brilliant. She was offense. There's something that you can't teach with superstars like Alexa Bliss. Like, people made fun of Cena's weird faces. Every time they do a cut to Alexa Bliss's face, it's gold. Yeah, it's gold. She knows what face to pull at the right moment. Like, oh shit!
It was
one. Them not bleeping that showed that the PG era is done.
Oh, mate, when he told
The Rock to fuck himself.
Mate, when you went, "Hey, Rock," I was like, and I have to say, I love Pat McAfee. His reaction after that, when he said, "That is one of the worst things I've ever heard said in the history of saying," whatever his line was.
Yeah,
I think Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, since Triple H has been in charge, has been absolutely exceptional. Has been absolutely. I mean, they all have. Wade Barrett, who I love. That's probably the Patriot.
Wade Barrett, brilliant. When Wade, because both of them were heel. Michael Cole was the color commentator.
Yep.
Right, now he was the commentator, and he had two heels. Like when he was saying, what's his name? Wade Barrett says, "Why don't you go and kiss his ass then?" It's just brilliant. It's hilarious.
They've all been brilliant.
Yeah, go kiss his ass.
And Joel, going back to the women's tag match, women's elimination chamber, like Rumi's just said, that whip from Bianca Belair's hair. My good God, you could hear that.
People said that was fake as well. People said it was fake because she hit her around the back. But it was so... she hit her so hard. It went all the way around her body and hit the inside of her. She took a selfie and that mark is still there.
Yeah,
that was brutal.
When she does that, she hits that full force. There's no fun. We all know it's not real and it's fake and it's all whatever. But you can't, with the moves, there's some of those moves that it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
You get hurt. It's not boxing where every blow is like bang. They make sure they do it in the safest way and they make sure you land in the right place the majority of the time.
It's scripted entertainment. We all know it's scripted entertainment.
It's some of the things they do with their body, mate. It's just how the hell they don't injure themselves a hell of a lot more is insane.
Pat McAfee's been absolutely exceptional.
Oh, he's been outstanding.
They can't let him go. I know he wants to commentate on college football because I believe he does commentate college football.
He does a lot for the NFL season. It's not even that, just during the NFL season. So from September to February, he's pretty much out. And then February...
They can't let him go. They need to give him an offer he can't refuse.
I don't think he would. His attachment to NFL and college football is so strong. I don't think Pat McAfee needs the money. He loves wrestling. It's now a dream of his come true. So I don't think Pat would ever walk away from NFL or college football. It's just his livelihood. So I couldn't see him doing it, but he is. It makes it even better when he's back. Sheriff, don't make me. I can reverse this and start trash talking on a person I really don't want to trash talk on.
But, I'm gonna do it.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh,
here we go. That's too good, Sheriff. You just made the list.
You just made the list.
Yeah, we're going through the chamber. Yeah. I massively disagree with this Flower Power. I thought they were exceptional. In that match. I thought Liv Morgan has been brilliant.
Liv Morgan, I hate her guts for the rest of she is.
She is brilliant.
She's done it. Oh, no. Well, that's what I'm saying. She does it. Well, you look at it with characters in movies or even with me in EastEnders, there's certain characters I just hate. And the reason I hate them is because they're playing their role so bloody well, and I'm meant to. Liv Morgan is an incredible talent. Listen, people know my favourite of all time, and no one comes close to her.
This is the thing. Michael Cole did say so. He's got to know information, but none of them know the finishes.
No, Michael Cole knows a lot more than the others. McAfee and others don't want to know anything.
McAfee doesn't know anything.
Do you remember the ring announcer, Samantha Irvine?
Irvine, yeah.
She didn't know it. She didn't want to know a solid thing. She's like, nope, I don't want to know a thing. Pat never wants to know a thing. Michael Cole did a program.
He said, a lot of information, but he doesn't know the finish of the match. He doesn't know the finish of the match.
He has to know if they do certain things, if there's a reason behind it, or he needs to know little bits and pieces. So he knows more than McAfee and Barrett, who don't want to know a goddamn thing, which is brilliant. I wouldn't want to know a damn thing.
Oh, it's because we're fans. None of them know the finishes, but Michael Cole knows a lot what's going on.
Yeah.
Again, he's the voice of the company. He's got to know something. Vindaloo. I wish I had the Vindaloo song that Jesse has. He knows he can spam super chats here and not get the song. But thank you so much for the super chat, Vindaloo, buddy. Thank you so much for the support. He's saying hates to burst the bubble, but do you know that it's all drama? It's EastEnders on steroids. Big up, guys and girls. Catch up real soon. It's real. We do.
Yep. Listen, EastEnders to me is real, mate. Albert Square is real.
But does anyone go to a movie theatre and say, you know what, Tom Cruise isn't actually a member of Top Gun?
Yeah. Or yeah. Well, this is the thing. Listen, it's right. And I'll tell you what, James is definitely on the list. When I come back to England, James, be very careful of the meal I buy you because there may be something laced in it. Deary me. He's recruiting. The two marks. Indeed. I don't like the way this is going.
I wouldn't say that yet, Angus. I wouldn't say that yet. It's well too early for that. It's well too early.
You know, the thing is as well, Mania is actually whilst I'm over in England, and it's the weekend of my mum's birthday and the nephew's bar mitzvah. So I'm going to have to stay up till bloody English time and watch it and then try and get some sleep and then be all bright eyes at the synagogue and then out all day for Mum's 70th the day after. Sure. I bet things we got to do.
We'll sort you out some. I agree with them. This is the James.
James wants to come on.
Power.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Flower
Power made the list.
Flower Power wants to come on. Shall I send him the link?
I'll send him the link.
Okay. I
Angus wants the link as well. Angus wants the. Where's Flower Power? Where's
All right,
Flower?
I'll send it to Angus. Angus.
There. Is it sending it? Is it sending it? Angus.
I'll send it to Angus.
Oh, you sent it to Angus. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you sent it to Flower?
I sent it to Flower Power.
There we
Recovering
go.
from my daughter Angela's 40th birthday bash. What a night. Great stuff. I love Dirty Dom. We got Ryan saying AEW all day. Nah.
Not a chance.
I really wanted it to work. I still think it's a good company. They could no. Tony can't book an angle like that. He can't book an angle like that. Vindaloo. Ricochet's yes.
Okay, Barry's asked for the link as well.
Why does Barry want the link?
I'm sending it to him now.
Sending the link to Barry.
We're gonna have a party.
So wrestling is more entertaining from a storytelling perspective. Indeed, yep, indeed.
Tell you what, it's certainly more exciting. It's certainly more exciting than Spurs at the moment.
You got Daniel. Good to see you, Daniel. I'll put that list up your ass. You got Barbaric saying, good to see you, Barbaric. Hopefully you're well. Y2J, a little bit of the bubbly. I love it. Why has Angus got that as his name? Why has he got that as his name?
Yeah, change your name. What? Where is it?
Read the room, Angus. We're not talking about that. But Angus, how are you doing, sunshine? And
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Angus,
are you going to acknowledge your tribal chief and your final boss?
I know you both.
What's going to happen is Nick's going to come in and he's going to start taking the piss out of Angus. But we move. But What was your thoughts on that pay-per-view as an entirety, Angus?
The greatest pay-per-view I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah?
It was unbelievable. I did not expect it. My childhood hero to turn heel after 23 years.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Nick, you didn't watch the pay-per-view, did you?
Why would I watch the pay-per-view?
He doesn't even know what wrestling is.
I'm not 5 years old. What is wrong with you guys?
Shut up, money.
There you go. So you were saying
good.
Well, you want me to tell you what I wrote, or you couldn't read that, or
I didn't see that. Well, the last thing I saw is you're going to shove that list up my ass.
Power. What was your thoughts on the pay-per-view?
I thought that Kevin Owens, that was the best performance since their Attitude Era.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
For me,
yeah,
Kevin Owens is different. I don't watch it religiously, but every big event, and I keep an eye on what's happening and what's not happening. And a part of that is because, in my personal opinion, where we come from, I mean, we banter about The Rock being crap. Well, not really banter, it's the facts, but we kind of say about The Rock being crap.
I'm going to have to review it.
In the era,
you might have to be out the
when we think of an era, though,
Brian, you might need to give him a people's elbow. Honestly, I think he needs a people's elbow.
He'll get a lot more than that.
Well, when you look at people like when I was growing up, it was The Rock, Stone Cold, all of those guys, Mankind, and then you look like down the roster, you had people like Scotty 2 Hotty, Jeff Hardy, Dudley Boys. Whereas now, I don't think they're anywhere near as good, or if they're allowed to do health and safety wise now what they did back then.
It's a more balanced card, isn't it, Flower Power? Yeah. It's a much more balanced card. But
I think what they're doing well is
the Attitude Era is it was too top heavy. There were too many top stars, which meant you can't have everyone in the main event at one time. You've got
but I felt like there was more relatable people. You know, like if I'm talking about The Rock again, but The Rock had his cult. Stone Cold.
He's obsessed.
No,
he's obsessed with The Rock.
But let me finish.
He talks about something else.
The Rock had his cult.
You're obsessed with the Carol as well.
The Rock had. Let me land.
Come on.
The Rock had his cult. Stone Cold had his cult. For me, it was Mankind. They had the Undertaker in his cult. Like you always had like. If it wasn't for the main event, there'd be the undercard. And I think what they're starting to provide now is, if it's not for the main event, the undercard is still pretty good. And I think it's been a long time since the undercard was pretty good, because I don't think there was many wrestlers other than the main guy that kind of had a good story. It was always like the one. Like for me, John Cena era, I think John Cena's fantastic. But if I'm being honest, I think he kind of ruined wrestling because it was all about John Cena and no one else.
Well,
So even though they put him on the pedestal, everybody else was so far down that it was like John Cena, or you didn't watch it, and that was kind of where I faded out, to be honest.
But look at this era of the undercard now. Owens could be a main eventer. Sami Zayn could be a main eventer. You've now got Randy Orton back on. The Hardy Boys are back on NXT, for God's sake. The Hardy Boys can be part
I don't like that. I don't like that. Let them retire, because they're not the same.
I want to see the Hardy Boys.
I have to say, actually, with agreeing with James when it comes to Kevin Owens.
The Rock's crap.
Mate, I swear.
Oh, no, sorry. I jumped the gun. Sorry.
Give me a spit. What I will say, you talk about Kevin Owens, who was exceptional. Sami Zayn, who has come out of nowhere, like he was a nobody until he joined the Bloodline and got elevated. I mean,
I wouldn't call him a nobody, Aki. He did have that amazing.
Oh no, he was a nobody. He was
he's right though. Sammy was crap. Sammy did nothing before he went into the Bloodline. He did nothing.
Stupid conspiracy theories. He was put into stupid storylines to get the other person over. He was just like, oh, okay,
sometimes
we need to get
that guy. Sometimes you need that guy.
You would never back then. You would never have seen Sami Zayn being what he is now, and what they've done with him is brilliant. Kevin Owens, that whole match. I mean, like I said, first of all,
unbelievable.
Randy Orton coming back. Randy Orton is jacked up. Randy Orton is a beast in his size right now. I honestly, I love.
Brian, can I just say?
I wanted to see the pun.
Well, let's just say I went. Sorry, one thing. I went to before COVID. SmackDown and Raw came to Toronto, and I went to both. And I only went to, I think it was Raw. Randy Orton was on solely to see Randy Orton and see RKOs, and he went on he pretty much RKO'd everyone in the ring. Randy Orton, heel or babyface, is just an icon. He is incredible, and I'm just pissed that twice now he has had his bloody thunder stolen when he's come back, and it's a massive deal, and then he's had it stolen by CM Punk and then John Cena. Go on, Nick, bro.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, James, trying to argue with Brian about The Rock is trying to argue with these Ange Inners and also Angus that Wanweri and Skelly are better than Archie Gray, even though Archie Gray just won an award for being the best young footballer in London. You're not
Which is the dumbest thing on the planet, by the way. How the heck he won that award? I do not know.
Nick is the person that anytime I do a football show, Nick derails it. No, I'm not doing a football show. Nick's trying to bring it back on the football.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to bring it into trying to make a comparison. And poor old Angus, his new star boy, isn't as good as Tottenham's young star boy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Nick, how I would describe it.
Oh, shut up, you delusional man.
If you put the facts into place, Angus thinks Rhea and Brian thinks Rhea are better than Vicario. That ends the debate right here. Ends the debate here.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a
James,
fact.
I see you. I'll tell you what we're going to do. When I see you, James, and I will be seeing you in literally a week, I'm going to go out for a lovely meal. But what I'm actually going to do is take you to like some kind of counselling place, and I'm going to say, right, listen, take him in because he's got split personality syndrome, which is one of the things I had, where you say one thing, but there's another you that says other things, and I've not mentioned Ray or Vicario for ages. Yeah, you still.
Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
He always does. He always does. Whenever he sees me, he always does.
Angus, pray for Rhea. Angus, pray for Rhea. 8-second rule. He's going to be in so much trouble, mate. Pray for Rhea. Hashtag pray for Rhea.
For what?
Because he holds onto the ball, mate.
We've gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
completely
shut
off the
up.
rails.
We need to get back to it. We need to get back to.
We need to get back to
where
it.
we were.
James Flower, I'm loving this. Me and James Flower going at Brian and
Tag team.
Angus.
Handicap
Tag
match.
team.
We whooped the dirty ass.
We are like the new tag team champions. Me and James
Yeah.
Flower.
Oh,
You're the tag team
oh, for
champions
God's sake.
of what
The
exactly?
only thing you're the tag team champions of is this.
I still love you.
Shut it! We need to get back to what we were actually talking about. Nick,
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, Ben. Sorry. That's why I left the photo on, because I'd like to show Angus what a trophy is. So, you know.
Angus thought that was a bottle. Angus thought that was a bottle.
I've
It's
seen
not
more
a-
better than you
It's
have.
not a bottle, Angus. It's not a bottle, Angus. Don't get upset.
I have to
Nick.
say, Nick, people going on about other teams not winning a trophy when we haven't won one for 16 years doesn't
I
really.
want to trophy a few weeks ago, mate. Thanks, if I'm honest with you.
Ah,
My boy won a trophy, so I'm fine. I'm fine with trophies.
You
mate. I
are
know
the
what they
most shameless man on the internet, Nick.
yes,
You
yeah.
are the most shameless man.
He
I'm
is.
100%
Yeah,
shameless,
yeah.
Angus. Not
Oh my
65%.
Wait,
100%.
Angus and Nick just agreed with something on the internet.
Oh, for God's sake, that's
Praise the Lord.
I know.
Vindaloo.
Oh
We're
God.
going to get back to the topic at hand because we actually had some topics at hand. Brian,
Yes.
where do they go with this in terms of this storyline? Where do you think they take this? Because it is it's exciting for a change. Because
it
unlike
really is.
unlike people like Nick that say wrestling's for 5-year-olds, the numbers on Netflix say this is now no longer like its own little niche thing. This is now popular entertainment. It's on Netflix. It's on the front page of Netflix. They're making
Ben, there's only one answer, mate. Live at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Oh, for
WrestleMania.
God's sake.
Yeah, mate. I was,
Where do you think they take this storyline, Daigle? Where do you think they take this storyline?
Wait, do you know what? I can't even. Do you know what? The way this is going, this is just the way. Only way I can describe it is when Ilana's always thinking ahead. She's always thinking, if this and this happens, this and this could happen, or this happens, this. There's always like a family tree of things that could happen. That's exactly where we are right now.
Yeah.
Anything you predict or you think is about to happen is probably the most obvious thing, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The way they have told this storyline, like you showed, that now people are saying, so this is what, when you showed those slides, this is what this was all about. It's one of those things.
You mean this one?
Yeah, it's like there's certain people. There's certain people that do things, but like when they do mind reading, or they can make you say something because they keep saying the word. Let's say elephant into dropping the word elephant into places, and then you just say the word because you've heard it so many times. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Every time they're so clever now because every time there's a show and there's a freeze frame like that, Rock and Cody Rhodes and Cena's in the background, it's going to get pictured 1,000 times. And people go, oh, do you know what that means? Look at that. That must mean this and this and this is going to happen. And it's going to be like, everyone's going to be
told. We have now been told that WWE are literally out there because of all the people leaking stories to the press. What they've done is now the opposite. They are deliberately leaking fake storylines. They're deliberately faking them. So
it's not even that, Ben. I don't know if you watched the press conference after.
Yeah.
I watched the press conference with Triple H after. And Triple H was even saying, literally, the whole product team that do all the filming for everything for the main event or for the whole pay-per-view and Raw and SmackDown, everyone knows where to be, blah, 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 blah. As it got to the end of the Elimination Chamber, the men's match, Triple H called everyone out, like loads of people out and said, right, listen, I'm running the show for the about 6 people knew what was happening. 6 people in the whole of WWE knew what was going to happen, and whether it be obviously the wrestlers that are involved, the cameraman, literally they ain't say they're basically Johan Langing it and doing things under the radar.
Doing it shit.
No, you know what I mean? And literally, they've got to the point now where Triple H. You got to remember the way Vince did things, and things got out the bag. And it was all planned, all together.
What Vince would do, Brian, is he would change his decision 6 times on the day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But there would be a certain thing where everyone knew what was going on.
Yeah,
and everyone would. But literally, like even The Rock said at the end, when they did that, they had no idea. Like he said with Hogan Rock, and they had to flip it live. Once Cody said, "Hey, Rock, go," they were literally waiting to see the crowd reaction, and that's why The Rock had stood still for ages, because like, right, let me soak this in, let's see what happens, and then you'll see The Rock makes a sign just before Cena starts making his move, and that's the move they went by. But only 6 people, I think he said 6, like literally a handful of people out of the whole production team and the whole of the company actually knew what was going ahead, and that's what they're going to have to do now. Literally, it's what they're going to have to do. Like I'll go back to EastEnders, even with the live show. They had to make fake names for Martin, who was going to die. And like, they have to keep these things under wraps now. Yeah. Because everything, and I do mean everything, gets out there.
No one can keep a secret.
Well, the good thing is, when you do it this way, should it get out, you've narrowed the field of who you need to go looking for.
Yeah.
It's the way they have done this. And you got to remember, Triple H has been through everything. Like, you got to remember, Triple H as a wrestler was a fucking good wrestler, but never gets really mentioned amongst the elites.
He was better than The Rock as well.
Mate, I swear to God, mate, you've gone big bunch to mate. Just
tag you in, James. Tag you in.
Just enjoy. Look, you're smiling now, James. You're smiling. I should do what the Rock says. How's your lips?
Perfect.
You like them where they are? You need to stop talking. Knock them off your lip. But no, listen, Triple H, and the way he is seeing things from being in the game, pun intended there, being in the game and knowing these things was just goes to show.
Alex box office, guilty pleasure.
There you go, mate.
I always knew he liked me.
Now, this is a tagline you want. You know, like artists and books, when they put on it and they say, that is a glowing recommendation from Mr. Box Office. But yeah, the way Triple H is, the way they were saying, but like Triple H was like, he was speechless with how what had just happened. The way, like Rumi just said, Raw's on tonight. Obviously, Raw's going to be absolutely like insane tonight. Everyone with SmackDown, blah blah blah. As he was saying beforehand, the road to WrestleMania obviously starts after Rumble and normally starts heating up. Well, last year you had the whole Cody choosing the Roman Reigns, not The Rock going there, and that started that feud. And from the WrestleMania kickoff, it all started gathering pace. Then Seth and Cody, blah. This had been a slow burner for the road to WrestleMania.
It's red hot now.
And tonight was like on Fast and Furious, where they just pushed the NAS gas, and it has just gone boom. Like the amount of views
they have thrown petrol on an oil fire now. That's what they've done.
The amount of views that Raw is going to get tonight on Netflix is going to be.
It's got over 200 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah, it's insane.
Which is probably the biggest video in WWE history.
Where do you see this storyline going, Angus? Where do you see it going? Because we can only predict it.
Well, Cena surely has to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I agree.
Surely.
Yeah, I agree.
But Cody beating Cena is, I don't know, best would you say best for business?
Yes.
What do you reckon?
I think he's got to. You can't have John Cena turn.
'Cause
I
that's what I'm
don't think
thinking.
Cena. I don't think Cena's retiring. I think it was a ruse. I don't think he's retiring.
Do you know what Ryan said that? He's out. He's out.
They can't do this. It's
I don't know
so
because he's
hard.
like he's 50. He's 50 now. So like, I don't know.
He can always go. Well, he's been
I don't
part-time
know.
for years.
I don't want him
what
to
do you
retire,
want-
but I think he
what
will.
do you- What do you want explaining, Rinketic? What do you want explaining? Bloody Robbie wants the link now. Bloody Robbie, you didn't want this link before.
I know. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
What, Robbie's going to start arguing with Angus?
What?
I don't know who is going to be involved. And this is just actually, I don't know what's going to happen. This is what I want to happen. I want Dusty Rhodes to come back. People's elbow to Rock.
What, from the dead?
Yeah.
Not Dusty Rhodes. You mean
People
Gold
elbow to Rock.
You mean Gold Dust, not Dustin.
Yeah.
Dustin.
Gold Dust. And I would like him to. I would like him to sort of go down that route for the one-off, as in. Yeah, just something a bit different. A bit different. I personally. I was quite glad that Cena did what he did.
Here's an idea that I thought of the other day. What about Cody Roman versus Rock and Cena at WrestleMania?
This is going to be a very
because that is possible.
Show now. None of you wanted the link. Now you all want it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to hang out with Nick, I believe.
No, no one wants to hang out around with Nick because Nick's hanging outside of a school again, ain't you, Nick? Ain't you, Nick?
No, I
Nick,
forgot.
where are you? Nick, where are you?
Nick, I'm currently
I'm
outside. Missenden Abbey. Which is opposite school.
I'm not going to ask
don't
Nick
turn heel on me. Don't turn heel on me, James Flower.
Yeah. Nick,
yes.
Are you just jumping on just to cause havoc, or do you actually want to watch this storyline or talk about it?
He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Ryan said, I don't know what's going on. I said turn heel. I don't even know what it means.
Nick, you always turn heel.
I just came.
What wrestler do you think Nick is?
I just came here for the bants and to cause mayhem. Ultimately,
nice.
Like always,
I like it.
Like always.
Why would I come here to talk sensible stuff? Whether it's football, whether it's wrestling, whether it's play school, whether it's toys. I don't know. That sounded even worse now. I'm outside of school.
Yeah, school, toys, wrestling. I'm getting worried, man.
It's all coming together.
Bag of sweets, puppies in
Give
the
us the
back.
Werther's originals.
Puppies in the back.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie, welcome to the
Big
show.
up, Robbie.
What did you think
Pleasure to
of
be on.
that pay-per-view on Saturday night?
Oh, mate, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the women's chamber was cracking. And then, I mean, the tag match was a bit pointless, weren't it? But the main event,
No,
out of
but
all
that's
the
the
things
good
they
thing
could have
about
done.
it. It was pointless, Robbie, but what it did, you can't just have banger match.
Breathing space, yeah.
The crowd loses energy. But that match was filler, but it was good filler. It was a good, enjoyable match to watch, and it didn't make everyone pop. So it gave that perfect springboard for them Orins at Men's Elimination Chamber heel turn. It was perfect.
Yeah, I thought the KO match was brilliant as well with Randy coming back.
Yeah.
And out of all the ways they could have gone with that main event, I thought, do they have Drew win and become the corporate champion? Do they have Punk win because of his history with The Rock? And you see Cena in the ring, and the minute The Rock comes out and Cody says, "Oh, fuck," then, and you look at Cena and I'm thinking something's going to happen here. And the minute he pulls that heel face, his whole body goes, here we go. The Rock does that. It was like watching WWE again when I was 5. It was brilliant. It was so good. I was there at 4 a.m, nearly woke up the whole house.
I think the good thing about I thought the Kevin Owens match was much better than the final. To be honest, much
the
better.
best fight of the night. By
But for
far.
me,
It was the,
Yeah.
I think the good thing. I think the
but the
good thing about
reaction of it.
I think the good thing about the Elimination Chamber was, I think it's the first time in a long while. Like, I was
Yeah,
watching
it was
with
good.
Archie, my eldest, and we were saying who's going to win, and I picked two people. He picked two people, and at the end, you're still like, who's going to win? Like you don't know, and I think that's what was quite good about. Like I said, I don't watch it every week, so I just watch sort of like the bigger events. So I'm kind of like an armchair fan, to be fair. But it was I thought it was really good, and for me, a lot of people gave credit for the main event, but Kevin, that is the best of performance in 20 years for me, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, but what that Elimination Chamber, it gave you something
such
to
a good
experience.
heel.
It gave you a brilliant match to watch after the fact, but it wasn't. It allowed that match to really sit on a pedestal, but say, "Oh, they tore the house down," but it still gave a really good ending to get it back onto level terms, and then it gave the pedestal for that is the best heel turn I've ever seen. That is the best heel turn I've ever seen.
I don't know, Bear.
Do you think it's better than Hogan then?
That's bigger than Hulk Hogan. That's bigger than Hulk Hogan.
People saw Hogan turning heel because everyone hated him. Everyone
What
saw
about
that
Kate
happening.
pushing Jim?
But
What about Kate
what
pushing
they can
Jim
do
down the
now-
stairs? Is that not a bigger one?
That's a different heel turn. Not by that. That's a different heel turn.
That's a different one.
I've seen Bear heel turns on Strictly, if I'm honest.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My God. My God. How long has that been in your head waiting to come out?
It just popped up.
Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that, man.
I'm gonna retire this tag team if he carries on.
Yeah.
I'll go solo. I'm gonna go solo if he carries on.
Look, there's a divide. It looks like there's a divide in the tag team champions.
Yeah, I'm glad you said champions because you know you get whooped.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, right, Nick.
Yeah,
exactly.
You talk
Right.
like this.
When you come over, what I'm saying is when you come over, we need to hire like a gravity or a trampoline park, and we'll show you. We'll open a kind of whoop ass on you.
Nah, James, we don't even need that, mate. We just put it through a table. I'll say flour. Get the table.
You know what? In the words of the people's champion, just bring it.
I'll bring the socko. Put some real damage in.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it in the ring. Let's do it.
I've got a trampoline in the garden. If you fancy.
Mate, I'm on my way.
Stream this. You've got to stream this.
We've actually got to do this now. We need to find a wrestling park.
There's actually one near us.
First debates on YouTube. This is what people want to see.
There's actually, you know, Paige, the wrestler Paige, who was wrestler. Her wrestling ring is literally like 10 minutes drive from me.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
We're all going to Norwich.
Oh,
yeah.
We're going to Norwich.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Put Daigle's not coming back. It won't be fake then. He's going straight through that table, mate, and that is it. Good night.
Yeah.
Let's see, shall we? We'll see.
Hey, mate, you don't want me to do no Rikishi on you, mate, do you? So,
no,
Jesus Christ, no.
And for someone that doesn't
I would pay to see that.
For someone that doesn't know a lot about wrestling, up he comes with Rikishi. Oh
yeah.
Exactly.
That's old school, mate. That was when I watched it, mate, when I was a kid, yeah? Not like now when I'm fully grown adult.
Nick. You like Emerson Royale.
Well, don't you start on that. Phil Coy started that after his terrible football opinion. He's coming at me with Emerson Royale and he's loving Ange instead. Whatever, Phil, you're going for a table as well, sunshine.
This is Nick's heel turn. He's putting everyone through tables.
There's someone in this chat that I love dearly.
Yeah.
And never, ever, exactly where I was going. Never, ever have I had a disagreement with this wonderful human being until now. Until now.
I loved AEW when it started.
No.
It's beyond falling off a cliff.
It's not for me. It's not for me. Did you see the
I've never liked AEW.
Penta and
I've never
Osprey?
liked it.
Penta
Falling
and
off a
someone.
cliff.
You know Penta
I went to
and
one live. I went to
Penta
one
and
live
Osprey when
event.
they were trading Canadian destroyers.
Yeah.
I went to one live event where Ben was at it as well when it was at Wembley, which was okay. It was good to be there, see it, blah blah blah. And the only other thing I've ever watched of AEW is when the mentioned Paige came back as Soraya.
Yeah.
Because I think she's brilliant and I love her theme tune. Her theme tune, Zombified, is a banging tune.
Is that Brian? Is AEW like Ange Ball? Is it a myth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I like Nick's correlations and comparing of stuffs. You should open up your own website like the shopping channel where you just compare different kind of goods and go, well, this one is like Pep Guardiola and this is as Postecoglou. This is like
don't try and Brian, you're still going through a table, mate, so don't try and make it good,
mate, I'd love to see you try and put me through a table. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Well,
Nick, now that you're feeling
it,
I just got really violent. I just went
now
really
like both Daigle and I can lift you now. When you were big Nick, we couldn't lift you, but now we can put you through a table.
What you fat? You fat? The
Triple powerbomb him. Triple powerbomb through a table.
Is that what we're doing?
I could have lifted him.
The coffee company likes bullying and fat shaming. Unbelievable. This channel's changed. I tell you.
Cancel Ben.
I'm only joking, people. Don't take it seriously. I'm not being serious.
MJ,
Oh,
not all of wrestling, but I would definitely like him to join the big league at some point.
Who is MJF? Is he like some Michael Jackson like fanatic or something? I mean, what is this?
No, he's just a very funny Jewish guy at wrestling. He's brilliant. But we're going to wrap the show up in a minute because it is 1 hour and we do actually need to do some work. We actually need to. Brian, you're all booing, but I've actually got to fucking do some work. So, bloody.
Well, you can go. We can just
you should have turned up on time.
Exactly.
You should have turned up at the start of the show and not late like Danny Kiriakou. You should have turned up on time.
If I was late, if I was late, I would have been about 6 months late. Don't you start. Don't you start.
Daigle, final summary of what you think. Final summary.
I think James has spoken the most sense since he's been off camera than he has the whole stream. That's a brilliant. This has been the best part of James's contribution. What I will say is, listen, it's been a very, very good stream. It's been brilliant that WWE has been able to pull this off the way it's done and got it. And now all eyes to WrestleMania and the twists and turns that will be coming are going to be legendary. This will be spoken about for a long, long time. I just wait for Nick and James Flower just to appear on wrestling streams and just go on and waffle and talk about nothing. I look forward to it. It's been fantastic. And I have to say, James's trampoline and Spurs flags have spoken more sense than James has on the stream all day. So
just like The Rock, you're hiding by the camera when no one's there, otherwise you get whooped. I mean, behind his back, all that behind his back. He didn't do it in front of him, did he? He bottled it. Did The Rock do that to his face, or did he wait till he had him behind his back because he bottled it?
I will do everything to your face in 5 weeks' time. 5 weeks. Let me book a
James,
tier.
He absolutely bottled it like Arsenal did, James. That's what he did.
There's one thing that I can never be accused of.
You are a shameless man.
I am the gift. I am a gift. Just keep on giving. That's fine.
Angus.
I think you need to change the letter.
What a special gift you are.
I think you need to change the F for a T. And then you're there.
Angus, final summary of the show. Final summary, Angus.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the road to WrestleMania, it's going to be a bumpy ride, but I'm looking forward to it.
unlike Arsenal's season, which
I
is
can't
all
wait to
going
see what's
down
going to happen
straight
next.
hell. James Flower, final summary of the
See,
show.
So
I ain't gonna
the
say
final
nothing.
sum-
I ain't gonna say nothing, but at least I'm not 13th.
Damn right we are. Mr. Flower Power, final
Yeah, he's
summary
talking.
of the show.
I've muted him.
Muted me, yeah.
Hey,
That's a good summary,
Yeah.
Flower.
I'm not going to do it anymore. My
Yeah.
hands are here.
Yeah, I see how it is. Listen, you can't handle the truth. I get it.
I can't.
There's only one
Oh,
tribal
dear.
chief, Philly. There's only
Oh,
one
dear,
tribal
you're going to get
chief
checked
here,
into the
and it's-
SmackDown. You're
So-
going to get checked into the SmackDown hotel when I get back.
Yeah.
I look forward to opening up a can of whoop ass. No
Oh,
worries.
no, you're using different wrestlers. Okay.
Yeah.
Pick a lane. Stick to one.
Yeah. All of them. I take everyone. I'm not bothered. Take all the lanes.
Nick, final summary of the show before we wrap up.
Well, what we've got from this show is that
We are the tag team champions.
me and James are the tag team champions. Daigle's getting put through a table, and Angus, it doesn't matter if you're second or you're 13th, you don't win anything, so it's still the same.
Can I just say, just before you go to Robbie, the sheriff, it's unfortunate what you've done now. It's unfortunate because you don't know when it's coming, you don't know where it's coming, but I'm going to have to trash talk your hero at some point, somewhere, just because of your
Don't put
blasphemy.
Gary Don't put Gary Mabbutt through a table, Brian.
I wouldn't put him through a
put
table.
Gary Mabbutt
I'd never put him through a
table?
table. I'd never put him through a
That's
table.
the family, damn it.
I just might talk about how we could have won the FA Cup in 1987 if someone had scored.
No, you can't do that.
Oh,
No.
wow.
See,
Oh,
when people want to push me, just remember there's always aces up my sleeves. I'm the final boss. Mark
The
it.
final boss.
You bring it. Be prepared.
Wow.
Be prepared.
Oh.
The final boss was so tough. He did it behind Cody Rhodes' back.
yeah.
Mate,
The final
I'm
boss was
doing
so
it to
tough.
your face, though.
The
I'm
final,
doing it
the
to you.
final boss was so tough. He did it all the way from Toronto. Look at
Yeah.
him.
I've only turned heel when
Way
it comes to
from
Mark.
Toronto. I'm
I'm only.
an 11-hour
This
flight
is
away,
class.
whatever it is.
Ben,
This
just
is
leave the stream
so
running and you
hard.
crack on with your work.
Yeah,
Leave the stream running and crack on.
Mate, I'm still here. It doesn't matter, mate. I'll say it whether
Getting
I'll
served.
say whether I'm an 8
Brian
hour
has
flight.
been served.
I'll say if I'm an 8 hour flight away, or if I'm an 8 yard distance from you.
Oh, sorry. I just sorry, Brian. Just wiping my mouth. Just you got served, mate. You got served.
I got. Okay. I don't forget. We'll see.
Robbie, final thoughts of the show. Final thoughts.
I mean, finally, the road to WrestleMania is picked up. Who cares about that? What I care about is Brian and you, Ben, versus Nick and James on WrestleMania weekend in a TLC tag team match. That's what people want to see. Forget these
No,
shows.
it's not Ben. No, Ben should be the referee. Ben's the referee. But Angus was getting dealt with, not Ben.
Tribal chief.
TLC match.
I want Ben as the referee. And then Angus and Daigle are getting dealt with.
Okay, we'll see.
Angus, Daigle, and Robbie against me and you, James. We'll take them all on, mate.
Just invite everybody else from the chat. They can all have some.
I'll take the waffler as well, Mr. Box Office. He can join us. We'll go against him as well. Just waffle his way
If you
through.
want, why don't me and Nick start and we'll just do a Royal Rumble, me and Vic versus everybody.
Exactly.
Just invite the whole YouTube community.
Mate, let's
Just
bring
that
it.
him and the glass shatters. Alex comes in.
That's just a gauntlet match. Why do you want to do a gauntlet match?
Yeah, Royal Rumble. Me and James against the
Entertainment will
rest.
beat all of you.
Let's go, Royal Rumble. Let's go.
8-man tag match.
Let's go,
yeah.
Royal Rumble. I'm
Nick,
done for
you're
that.
Rumi is always with me. Rumi is always with me. So I've already got the alliance is being sorted.
You can have all of them. I don't want any of them. I don't want any of them.
But on that note, guys, it is time to
I
end the
will
show.
say, wait, just one quick. I will say, you started this show, Ben, asking James what's he smoking. Now I'm convinced it's not meat because
It's Brian's ass.
He normally does. He says he goes better than Raya.
Roasted. Get back in your box.
I think what we should say before we leave, just in case there's any kids watching, is it's all friendly banter, and I like everybody here but Brian and Angus.
and also, you don't need to.
Oh,
clip
thank
it.
you very
don't
much.
Need to go, you don't need
Thank
to clip
you
it.
very much, Flower.
You don't need to clip it, and you don't need to send it in all your WhatsApp groups. Yeah, we're just fine, people. So don't get upset about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's
There'll
all
be
fine.
big beef. There'll be shots fired, big beef,
Yeah,
amazing
exactly.
arguments, heated debates.
until we get to that trampoline park. Once we get to that trampoline park, that's it.
The grandest stage of them all. Coffee Mania.
Coffee Mania.
And it's the CW.
Oh.
My roomie. My
Thank you
roomie.
very much.
And that's the bottom line.
Because
Damn
the
right.
top said so. Robbie, give us your catchphrase.
Oh, James is.
And that's the bottom line. Because the coffee company said so.
Nick, catchphrase.
Well, I thought Robbie was going to say, I've actually tried it on with my sister's girlfriend, but he's still not backed it up yet. He's not going to check. He's not backed it up yet.
Not happened yet. Don't ruin it, Nick.
See you later, Rats.
Oh.
Flower power. Catchphrase.
Oh, he's frozen. He's frozen because he's all this.
He's
Because he's all
frozen.
this. You see, he
Angus.
runs it off.
Angus, catchphrase.
Am I-
At WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes, you can't see me.
And Daigle.
He's gonna get
give
his
us
ass
your
whipped by
I
the
think you
goat.
need a new catchphrase. You've got your
Oh, mate,
regular
I've got one just for this show. Just for this show. And as always, flour out.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, if you should know what the cough is.
See, look, it worked.
doing.
Flour out.
Thank
See,
you
it
so
worked.
much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible.